Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Combat Chess channel. We're still at 1355. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep trying for 1400. Let's hope we get some good games today. Let's go. All right, here we go. We're at it again. We got the white pieces. And I have been trying this new opening. It's called, I believe it's called the Boiling Frog. It's weird, but I have been having some decent success with it, so I'm going to try it today, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so I know it's kind of an odd, it's kind of an odd opening, but you have this pawn wall right in front of you, and it just seems like the opponent has a hard time breaking through it. So we're going to continue to play this one, see how it goes. You know, it's just interesting to me, and I found that I've won a fair amount of games with it. So we're going to try it today, and we're going to see how it works. So next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be castling. And we'll see what they want to do here. Now I could push the pawn, but I'd rather get my queen out of the way. So we're going to do that first. And this square here, this e5 square is pretty much the one that I need for this opening. So by moving this pawn here, that's kind of dealt me a little bit of an issue. So let's just push that pawn, see what he wants to do there. Now I can bring my knight up here, although the pawn push would just kick it out again. So we'll have to see. Okay, so it moves the bishop back, eh? There is ideas of here, pawn push, then to here, and then if he takes, then I can take this way and kick this knight out of there. So let's try that. And that's pretty much what I want. And then you have 4 pawns in a row lined up, and it's quite nice. And if he ever takes here, then this just replaces it. And then, you know, if that happens, then I've got the rook open, queen open. Okay, so then what I want to do is I probably want to get my queen up here. Okay. Move my queen back. And then I can also bring my bishop up like this. Kind of want to keep these pawns here where they are, because needing to take. Okay, we'll bring this back. Now that this knight is gone, I can bring this knight up here. Okay, so this is still some tension here. If he brings this down, okay, so that's fine with me. All I can do is drop that back. Everything is still the same. So I can bring this knight up here now. Pawn push, then we've got this, then we can take that, which is kind of, this bishop's kind of a thorn right now on my side, so we can go that route. There's a lot of time going down on his side, which is a good thing. I'm up well over a minute. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my knight up here. Okay. So I could bring it down here, force an exchange. Here. I could also move it there. What does that do? That brings that down, and then I'm trapped. So, well, I guess I've also got back here, but I don't really want to move backwards. So let's just get an exchange out of the way here. This is now blocking. Okay. Now there's also ideas to sacrifice. Come up here, here, then here. I could bring my rook up and over. So let us do that. We're going to sacrifice a knight. Now this may come like this. Actually, no, not with the queen. We could probably take back with the rook, and then the rook will be just boom, ready to swing over. What I've really found with this opening, it just seems like there's tactics everywhere. Okay, so he's closed off the position. Now, if I sacrifice here, come up here, depending on what he does, there's also a pawn hanging here. Come down here for a check. But I kind of need my rook. I might just have to move this pawn up. So let's do it. And we're gonna move this pawn up. Then maybe move the king over, rook behind. But there's a lot of time to get that. Okay. It's going to take quite a bit of time here, so he does that. I do also have my bishop, my white bishop, that I can get out here really quickly. Okay, so let's get that on the go. think what he needs to do is he needs to start moving his king. Getting his king out of there somehow. Okay. Let's move that up one more. I'm gonna have to walk my king over. I gotta get this rook up here so I can get it in the action somehow. So he's down quite a bit of time. He's got half the time that I have. I think my dark squared bishop's got to come out here to at least get on this diagonal here. So we can prevent this square from rook coming down. Okay, so let's do that right now. We'll move that. Bring that bishop up. And king walking out this way. Okay, bring that bishop up. So he's going to be attacking on this side here. Gonna move my king up and out of the way, get my other rook in the game, and then I'll probably start pushing the pawn, maybe. We'll see. Okay. So unless something crazy happens, it looks like we'll probably be able to win on time. Okay. So what I could do is I could trade the queens. And if he moves somewhere like that, then I can actually get a check here. So let's go with that first. Okay. And we'll just bring this back. Okay. And let's move the king up. Alright, and then we'll just run a pawn up and the game will be over here right away. Alright, and that's it. So I won on time on that game. Not too bad. Let's go over a quick review and let's just see what I could have done better. Okay, so these first few moves are all pretty standard. Okay, so it says I should have taken there. But then that would have split my pawns, and that's not how this opening is really supposed to work as far as I understand. Like, I mean, I haven't done a lot of in-depth research in this opening, but I've just been playing it a fair amount last little while, and it seems to have been working out for me. Okay, so should have pushed the pawn. That would have, yeah. Although I was kind of worried about a sacrifice. If I move that pawn up there, sacrifice here, here, and then the queen comes in for a check. And yes, I could have walked it out, but I just did not like that idea. So we traded. Sacrifice my knight. Got my rook in, the other rook into the game, and it didn't. I'm actually pretty happy because it seems like lately I've been making more decent moves than bad moves. So I'm actually kind of all right with that. Okay, so there. Should have moved that one over. and then what? Okay, this isn't... I don't mind that. And I kind of knew I was winning on time here, so it was just like, you know, get what I can get. And then queen. Just wanted to check. I could, yeah, totally could have took that pawn. Totally. Again, I kind of knew I was winning on time on this game, so it was like, whatever, I'll just take as many pieces as I can. You know, maybe promote a pawn. That was what I was wanting to do. Okay, let's go for another one, guys. Okay, now we got the black pieces, most likely. Oh, okay, so I have been playing with the King's Indian when they play d4. So again, this is another newer opening for me. So we're going to see how it plays out here. So if I go here, they could just do that, and then I'm pretty much stuck. So I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to develop that knight. I'm going to push this pawn. Then I'm going to bring my knight here, and then castle, I think. There's a nice square here, there's a nice square here. Okay, I'm just going to push this pawn first. Okay, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to castle. That really doesn't bother me at all. So if I were to do this, if that, then this, and then there's this wild pawn structure here that's kind of ugly, and then we'll have a isolated pawn, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to Vianchetto my bishop. Okay, that's fine with me. That doesn't bother me too much. We'll do this. I'll probably take the knight if he allows. Okay, so I'm going to take the knight. I'm going to let him take here, and then take back, and then open up the rook. So let's get the knight out. We are attacking this pawn. I don't mind this trade. Okay. Now let's start pushing this pawn up. Okay. Okay. We come here, that's a trade. Don't want to trade. Okay, I do have a check here. What does that do? What does that do? Okay. just throwing a check. Okay, let's go here, protect that pawn. I gotta get somewhere on a light square so I can attack this pawn. Okay. Ah, yeah. I didn't see that. Seems like this is a theme, blundering rooks. Okay, well it didn't happen, so we'll just do that. Okay, well, save that game with a draw. It's not the win, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so let's just really quickly review this one. Okay. Okay, so that was not good. We could have put this up to here on the F file. Okay, that was not a big deal. This was odd, it says, but I like the idea of taking this knight, because then there was this here, and then there was ideas that he could checkmate me. So we did that, and it was not the best performance for sure, but I was able to get myself in a position where it wasn't the best position, but I was able to do things. So what could they have done here? Oh yeah, rook over. Yeah, that would have been better for them. We would do that. Okay, and then here it could have been over. It could have absolutely been over. King take the rook, and then it would have been done. But I think they went a little greedy, wanted the queen, and then I was able to just draw by repetition. So, all right, that's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's games. You know, one on time on the first one. This one here, I was able to sneak out a draw, which was all right. You know, had enough luck on this game to get a draw, so we didn't go down any. So we're at 1364, so we're up a little bit. We're going to continue grinding. Guys, thanks so much for joining me today. We'll see you all again.